This is my Jurassic journey, and by that I mean every Jurassic Park / World set that I've ever received, including a few extra dinosaur sets. So for the most part, most of my dinosaur sets are in this bin. I do have a few up there that I just built. These boxes are just empty because I already built the sets, and some of them are in here and the other ones up there. I also have a few sets that I have not put together yet. I have a bunch of different dinosaurs. All of them are official Lego. If you didn't see my video about where I got rid of all of my fake Lego, I was super happy about that until I opened up this bin. And if you look, this may look like real Lego, but it's fake. Makes me want to throw it at a wall, but that would be destructive, so I'll probably just throw it out. So now, after this, I officially got rid of all of my fake Lego, which is super satisfying. So I have all my dinosaurs in here and stuff like that. There are some skeletons right there, which actually came to an idea set, and due to space constraints, I had to break down a lot of them. But don't worry, I have the instructions, so we'll be able to see all of the sets, just not put together, because I had to break them down to save some space. So this is my instruction drawer. I keep all my instructions in still light drawers, and this is my Jurassic Park / World / Dino set drawer. And here are all the instructions. All of them are here, and we'll take a look at these. Then we'll take a look at some of the sets I still put together, and then I will show you the ones that are still in the boxes. So here are some of the newer ones. We have the 4+ Jurassic Raptor one, which has a couple of instruction manuals. Then we have this one, which is another new one. Here are the other two new ones that are put together. So we have the one with the Triceratops, and then we have the one with the Brachiosaurus, which is an amazing dinosaur. Really, really cool. The last one, which is actually the biggest one, is not put together yet. Starting with the smaller instructions, we have a small dino set. This was actually the first Jurassic set I got. Has this like little dinosaur. It's like a coelacanthus or something like that. These are some of my favorite sets, probably just because I had them when I was young. And there's all the other ones right there. I never got any of the big ones. I only got this one and then that one, which you'll see in a minute. So this is a cool set. Then I have this idea set right here. It has like 3 offices, which is pretty cool. Then with the rest of the small ones, there's book 1 of that T-Rex set. Here's another cool one, which has the first and only Gallimimus made out of Lego, which is super cool. We have a Stygimoloch in a cage. We have this little baby one, which is like in a lab, which is awesome. Then we have the small, which this is actually the bird for the idea set, which is another really cool set. Here is the other dino set that is larger. This one is super cool too. I actually don't have that put together at all. I just have the truck, and then I still have the Raptor, even though the legs and arms and stuff are pretty loose on that. But there's that one. That's the only other dino set that I have, and I'm pretty sure that's all of the idea sets that I have, is that one other one. I also have like this little tiny thing, which is, I don't know where it came from, but it's like 3 people, and they're like, I guess it's not really a dino set, but it's still in here. Then we have this one with the Dilophosaurus, which is a fence, which is pretty cool. It also has a little tiny dinosaur up there. Here's the rest of the idea instructions, which has the Triceratops, and then the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is pretty awesome. This is book 2, I guess, for the Gallimimus set. Then we have the Quetzalcoatlus, which comes with a plane. I actually just parted out the plane because, like I said, space constraints, but this Quetzalcoatlus is pretty awesome. We have a Baryonyx set, and there's actually 2 manuals for that, so that's another set that I have. Then we had this Triceratops set. The egg thing was fun. It's kind of like a theme ride, so it's not really something that you actually play like with the dinosaurs, but it is pretty cool. But I pointed it out. Here's the second book for the big T-Rex set that comes in the trailer. This was my only T-Rex that I had until I got the new one, so that's pretty cool. Then we have one of my biggest ones, which is the Giganotosaurus and the Therizinosaurus, or Therizinosaur, something like that. This one is massive, has like a office and a four-wheeler and like a big watchtower. It also has a helicopter, which is still put together, but two awesome dinosaurs, and that I think is one of the biggest dinosaurs Lego has ever made. Then we have the best looking instruction manual out of the collection, which is the Jurassic Park T-Rex breakout set, which is pretty cool. I mean, this thing, the instruction manual looks so awesome. It has all sorts of like information stuff in the front. Well, you can look at it and stuff. But that's another Jurassic World set or Park set that I will show you. Then we have probably my biggest one, which is I guess this is like the large scale T-Rex, and then it has the Jurassic Park gate, which is awesome. That's book 2, and then we have book 1. And that's basically all of the Jurassic sets that I have. Now let's take a look at the sets themselves. So like I said, this is basically all of the sets. Here are all the ported out ones that I ported out due to space, which is unfortunate. I didn't want to, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I ported these out. There is a dino set right there. This thing is awesome. It's not just a cool set. I mean, this is one of the best vehicles. I mean, my favorite out of even the Jurassic World ones. Overall, I like this one a whole lot, and it's super cool. Plus, if you look at the hood right there, what I used to do when I was a kid is you could take this off, and then there's like a little space in there. You could like put something in there and pretend it was like a secret storage place for them to put it in, which is pretty cool. So that's one of the dino sets, and then the other one is down here, and it's actually missing a missile, but this is the other one. It's pretty cool. You can see some of the pieces are cracked, which is unfortunate, but it's old, and so it's expected. It's another cool set, the only other dino set that I have, which is awesome. Then we have another set. This is the big trailer, which is cool. Here's the helicopter. Here's the dinosaurs, the skeletons right here, which are pretty awesome. These are super fragile, so I probably shouldn't be laying them down like that, but that's just where I have to put them. I probably could put them on display, but I just feel like that would be a whole ton of work to dust all of that, especially like inside this skull and all that stuff. That would be super hard. Here are some of the newer ones, and then we have the other newer ones over there. That is awesome, and that tree is pretty cool too. It's like a 2-in-1 almost. Then we have the big T-Rex over here, and then for the gate is actually right back there. So there's the gate right there on top of my aqua mill bins. The reason this is in here is, one, I didn't really have space to display it, but I really don't want this to get dusty either. But eventually I will display that somewhere. But let's go ahead and take out all of the dinosaurs, and then I will be able to show you one by one. Probably go smallest to largest. Wait, I almost forgot. There's an elephant over here. This is one of the boxes actually to the idea set. And I kept this because this is where I store all of my stickers that I do not use. Then the other one in here is the other idea set box. I like these boxes better than the other ones just because they have this flap, and I feel like it's more professional, you could say. So these are pretty cool. And here are some of the builds to the other stuff. We have this guy right here. Here's the display plaque for the Jurassic Park one, the big one. Has all the minifigures. All those minifigures I think are slightly different in the new one, but I mean that's fine. And I guess that'll be the dinosaur we start with, because that's one of the smallest ones. So there we go. We got like a baby T-Rex, I guess you could call it, right there to start the dinosaurs. Here are the small dinosaurs. These look like baby blues. I got 2 of those, and I think I might have one somewhere else laying around, but 2 tiny ones. I also have a baby Ankylosaurus, which is another cool dinosaur. I know they make a new one, and I definitely want to get it, but we'll have to see. Then we have another Triceratops. This is a baby one. This is, I think they make one in sand blue, and then they make one in gray, but this is the olive green version of it. Then we have the Coelacanth, or whatever you want to call it, Trudon, something like that. They never really gave it a name, so it's a small dinosaur. It's a little beat up there, but that's due to heavy play with this dinosaur. Then we have Dilophosaurus. Now this is a small one. This is the newer version of the Dilophosaurus, so it is a little bit smaller, but it's basically identical to this one, which is the next one in the line. It's basically identical to it, except it's a small version. I think this is definitely a way better size to put the Dilophosaurus. I think it technically needs to be a little bit smaller, but I think that's a good size to put it. That, on the other hand, is way too big. But there's the Dilophosaurus. We have the Gallimimus, which is the one and only Gallimimus that they ever made, and I only have one of the Gallimimuses. This is a cool one. It's a plant eater, but it's kind of odd. Then we had the Stygimoloch, which is one they did show it in the Jurassic World 2. They showed one of these, which is pretty cool to have one of those. Then we have my first ever Velociraptor, and used to be my only ever Velociraptor until I got some of the newer sets that came out this year and last year. But you can see the legs are pretty loose. Like they move a whole lot. It's crazy because this had a lot of play too. Then we have the next Velociraptor right here, and this is the exact same one as the one that is in the Lego Jurassic Park set that I have not built yet. This is a really realistic looking Velociraptor, so I'm happy to have that. Then we have the one and only Pterodactyl, Pteranodon, whatever you want to call it. It's a bird. Next up are the bigger dinosaurs. This is the Quetzalcoatlus, and it is the beginning of the bigger dinosaurs. The mouth can open and close, and it's all hard. So this is really cool. I really wanted this one as soon as I saw it. The white color and everything is awesome. So another big bird to add to the collection. Actually, it's the only big bird. So we have two Triceratops. I still have another one that's not built yet, but we have two. They're both the same size. This one is like olive green and brown with tan on the bottom. And this is regular brown with like a nougat on the bottom. Two cool dinosaurs. I feel like this one's a little dark, but it does the job. It's pretty cool, and at least it's not the exact same as this one. So there's two Triceratops. We have a Baryonyx, which is the only Baryonyx that I have. These dinosaurs, I'm pretty sure, eat fish, and this one is in still pretty good condition, and I'm happy to have this one because I don't have the other one that is actually green. This is a cool dinosaur. It's almost like a large raptor or the Indoraptor, which I don't have. I wish I did, but I don't have that one. So that's another cool one. Then we have the Therizinosaur or Therizinosaurus, one of those. This thing has massive claws. I wish the hands could actually turn a little bit. They're kind of stiff and it's kind of hard to play or do anything with it. But other than that, it's a pretty cool dinosaur. Almost has like a bird beak and stuff like that. We have the one and only that used to be T-Rex. This one is nougat with tan on the bottom and some dark brown up top. This was my first and only T-Rex that I used to have, but I just got a new one that I have not built yet, which is super cool. Then I didn't know which one was bigger, but I guess we'll start with this one. And so this is the Brachiosaurus, which is an absolute monster. I just built it, so it's like brand new. I just built it today. This is almost perfect. Just one thing that I wish they would have changed, but other than that, this thing is just super cool and super big compared to some of the other dinosaurs, which is awesome. Then we have the biggest Giganotosaurus, which is the biggest meat-eating dinosaur. And I would say it's almost as big as that. Obviously, it's like a little bit different, but it's close to the top of the biggest dinosaurs that they made. It has like spine, and the body is actually longer than an actual T-Rex's is, and I'm pretty sure it's taller too. So this is a big one. Uses the Indominus Rex's head. This is super cool. One of my favorite dinosaurs that I have, and this is the last dinosaur that I'm going to review today, which is large and in charge. Actually, these two would win. What am I talking about? Those have nothing to do. This thing would crush the other ones. I mean, dominate. The size of that thing, it'll cut him in half with that jaw. That's crazy. Wait a second, I may have made a mistake. I have one more dinosaur, and it's actually brick built like that one. And that is the Tyrannosaurus Rex that is built in this Jurassic World Breakout, whatever you want to call it. That is another cool dinosaur. I don't think it looks quite as good as the molded dinosaurs, but it is another cool dinosaur, and it's actually cool that you can build it out of bricks. Next up, let's take a look at some of the sealed sets that I have not built yet. Here are the sealed Jurassic Park / World sets that I have not built yet. This does not have any dinosaurs in there, but it is a Jurassic World set, I believe, and it has like the footprint. This is one of the newer ones. I've not built this one yet, but I'm sure it's going to look awesome like that T-Rex does. My goodness, look at that thing. Then we have this one, which is another Dilophosaurus, and then this has the Pyroraptor in there, and it also has old guys right there. There's an old guy there. Oh look, that's actually a young lady. Never saw her in there. But then there's old Ellie Sattler. This one has like a little trailer and stuff like that. So this is another one I haven't built. Then we have this 2-in-1, which is actually two Jurassic World sets, and this has the yellow Triceratops, which is cool. And then it has Blue, and this is actually my first and only ever blue dinosaur that I have. And then it has Beta right there, which is super cool. I got this one because the dinosaurs are cool, obviously, but the trucks are pretty awesome as well. Then we have the biggest one sealed that I have not built yet, and this is the big T-Rex, and then it has the other Raptor, which I'm pretty sure is identical to the other one. This has the classic little front landscape, whatever you want to call it, like the office area. I don't know what you call it, but it has a T-Rex right there, which is super cool. That sign is going to be awesome. So this is the last sealed set that I have not built yet, and this is amazing. Probably going to be one of my favorites, and by looking at it, that's going to be a way better T-Rex than the other one. So that is basically all of my Jurassic Park sets. But wait, there's more, and by that, there's not more Jurassic Park. But we're going to be having a city update. My brother just got one of these tables, and it lines up perfectly with that, with a little modification it does. And we are going to be redoing the city. Not entirely sure how we're going to set it up, but it's going to look pretty cool. We might try to run the train around there. Maybe not, because it is a pretty small space. But we are going to be redoing the city in the near future, hopefully. So stay tuned for that video, because it's going to be awesome. Of course, with all those sets, you get minifigures, and I want to say this is a whole ton of minifigures, but probably half of them in here are Owen minifigures. That guy comes in everything. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's go to the next one.